The Outlaw Motorcycle Gang?
Outlaw bikers are walking down the street.
Is a member of an outlaw motorcycle gang?
As outlaw motorcycle gang member.
Imagine a world where the open road beckons and the roar of motorcycle engines fills the air. But in the shadows of this thrilling lifestyle lies a story that will send chills down your spine. In this video, we will talk about the bikers who let their wives become hookers. Let's dive in. It all begins in 1935 in a dimly lit bar on the old Route 66 in McCook, Illinois, where a group of bikers came together. They would soon become one of the most feared motorcycle clubs in the world, the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, a post-war event at Soldier Field in Chicago, 1946. The Outlaws, hungry for adventure, are ready to regroup and rebrand as they decide to move from McCook to the bustling city of Chicago. A new era dawns for this club, with a tougher image and a small skull replacing their old logo. But my friends, this story takes a dark turn. The Outlaws transformed from a club known for treating their women well to one that capitalizes on them. Stay tuned, the chilling details are yet to come. The 1950s marked a pivotal period in the history of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, a transformation that would shape their identity and reputation in ways unimaginable. As they navigated the tumultuous post-war era, the Outlaws began to shed their old image and embrace a new, more menacing persona. In the aftermath of World War II, like many motorcycle clubs, the Outlaws' membership dwindled as war heroes returned to their civilian lives, while some had paid the ultimate price on the battlefields. The club needed a spark to reignite their enthusiasm and bolster their ranks. This catalyst would come in the form of a post-war event that would change their trajectory forever. Imagine Soldier Field in Chicago, 1946, a stadium alive with the fervor of bikers revving their engines. The Outlaws, back from the war and eager to reclaim their place in the world, decided to host this event. It was a bold move, a declaration of their presence, and a rallying point for those who shared their passion for the open road. The energy was palpable as the Outlaws reveled in their newfound unity, but it wasn't just about the thrill of riding, it was about the image they projected. The club's leadership recognized the need for reinvention. It was time to move on from their roots in McCook, Illinois, and embrace the urban chaos of Chicago. With their relocation to Chicago came a shift in mindset and a calculated change in image. Gone were the days of the McCook Outlaws Motorcycle Club. The club decided to drop the McCook and became simply the Chicago Outlaws. It was a symbolic break from the past, a shedding of the skin that had grown comfortable but no longer served their ambitions. Their logo underwent a radical transformation as well. Out went the winged motorcycle, replaced by a small skull, an emblem that exuded menace and defiance. The old English-style lettering was replaced by something more aggressive, mirroring the club's changing ethos. As they settled into Chicago, the Outlaws' reputation began to morph. Once known for treating their women with a degree of respect, this newfound image demanded a shift in perspective. The members who had once cherished their women now started to view them as possessions, assets to be exploited. The 1950s and early 60s saw the Outlaws evolve into a group that was unafraid to embrace the label of outlaws. It wasn't just about rebelling against societal norms, it was about wearing their defiance as a badge of honor. The American Motorcycle Association, a body that sought to maintain a certain decorum within the biker world, attempted to quash their rebellious spirit. Undeterred by attempts to silence them, the Outlaws found creative ways to bypass the ban on the word outlaw appearing on race clothing at official events. They simply adopted the abbreviation OMC, signaling their outlaw status without outright defiance. This persistence in the face of authority only fueled their reputation as rebels with an unwavering commitment to their identity. In the 1960s, their image became increasingly menacing, and their reputation as a dangerous group grew. To rival clubs and law enforcement, the Outlaws were no longer just rebels. They were a force to be reckoned with. Their defiance had taken on a darker tone, and they were unapologetically themselves. As the Outlaws' numbers continued to grow, their hunger for expansion intensified. The pivotal moment came on July 4th, 1964, when the Outlaws acquired not one, but two other outlaw motorcycle clubs, the Milwaukee Gypsy Outlaws and the Louisville Gypsy Outlaws. This marked a significant shift in their power dynamics, and the Outlaws were on the fast track to becoming a dominant force. With these acquisitions, the Chicago Outlaws transformed into the Outlaws MC. The name left no room for doubt. They were the Outlaws, and they intended to embody every facet of that term. The mother chapter remained in Chicago, but their influence now extended far beyond their hometown. The hunger for expansion didn't stop at U.S. borders. In 1977, the Outlaws reached a global stage with the establishment of their first international chapter in Canada. This move was just the beginning of their global expansion, and they had no intentions of slowing down. Europe beckoned, and the Outlaws answered the call. In 1993, they planted their flag in France, marking the beginning of their European movement. It didn't take long for other countries to follow suit. Belgium, the UK, Germany, Sweden, Italy, Poland, Russia, and Norway all joined forces with the Outlaws, contributing to their exponential growth. By the 21st century, the Outlaws boasted an empire that spanned the United States, Canada, and 12 foreign countries. Their dominance was undeniable, and their reach was far-reaching, with chapters in Australia, Japan, Norway, and Russia. The Outlaws Motorcycle Club had evolved from a group of post-war bikers into a global powerhouse. Yet, as we delve deeper into this story, it becomes evident that power always comes at a price. The Outlaws' transformation from a club that once treated their women well to one that exploited them for profit was a chilling twist in their narrative. What drove this shift, and what consequences would it bring? The shadows of this tale hold the answers. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round for a story that dives deep into the heart of darkness, a tale that will leave you spellbound. In the shadows of this narrative, we uncover a man known as Crazy Joe, a convicted killer, and the very embodiment of the infamous motto of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club: God forgives, outlaws don't. Brace yourselves for a journey that will peel back the layers of one of the most feared and enigmatic motorcycle clubs in the world. As our story unfolds, we've barely scratched the surface of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club's incredible transformation. From their post-war renaissance to their audacious expansion onto the global stage, the Outlaws' journey is one of power, danger, and a price they paid for their dominance, a price that extends far beyond what meets the eye. So, dear viewers, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a roller coaster ride into the heart of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, a world where power reigns supreme, danger lurks at every turn, and the price of dominance is steeper than you could ever imagine. If you thought you knew the Outlaws, think again. This is a story you won't want to miss, and it's just beginning. Stay tuned for the next chapter in this electrifying journey. If you're intrigued by stories like these, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. We've got more gripping tales from the shadows of the world coming your way. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep riding on the edge.